ftc.eco/RAB to donate now.
On the Inside with your host, James O'Keefe, starts right now. Here on Real America's Voice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Price is My Life. Every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, this is your host, James O'Keefe, the head of OMG, the chairman of Citizen Journalism Foundation, the founder of Project Veritas. And it's funny enough, our story today is about Project Veritas. We've done a few stories about Project Veritas over the last year, but this one pretty much takes the cake. This story is one of the former Project Veritas board members, Matthew Tiermond, admitting to be an SDNY FBI informant against conservative organizations trying to take them down. The board member threatens to murder me, puts rifle bullets through my book. This is on a shooting range in Michigan. Shot up the book with a bullet, and shared that he could lose his brokerage license, facing criminal civil penalties for leaking information and violating his non-disclosure agreement about certain companies that he's representing and soliciting investments for. We have actually filed a restraining order against this former board member. But first, we're going to go to the hidden camera footage. Let's pull up the footage. This is talking about the James O'Keefe situation. Let's play clip one. Let's go right into it. Let's go.
For about a year or two, I was carrying everywhere I go.
Where?
Here.
Okay.
But that was not because of the protocol. That was because of the bullshit I was getting nationally.
What
The O'Keefe stuff.
What happened? Like, why were you, like, death threats?
Oh, yeah. Constantly.
Really?
The FBI room. I became an enemy of the mainstream right. I helped build a lot of these people. Gavin Waxman, the Attorney Republicans, Betty Johnson. I used to host him all the time. Charlie I've known since he was 19. I dislike Charlie because he was totally corrupt.
So there is the former board member of Project Veritas calling Charlie Kirk totally corrupt, claiming that Charlie Kirk is corrupt. One of the things that happened here is we had an individual from Miami contact us, a citizen journalist reach out to us and say that she ran into Matthew Tiermond in public and decided to record him. For 4 months, recorded every interaction with Tiermond and took a screenshot of almost every single text message between the two of them. Now, one of the things that struck her, I don't know if we have this clip, but she relayed to us that Matthew Tiermond said that the whole world is a fraud except him. That everything, do we have that? Everything is corrupt except him. This is what was relayed to her. So she decided to record all these interactions. And one of the striking things is that he says he fed the SDNY, the Southern District of New York. Now, the SDNY is one of the most pernicious parts of the federal government. SDNY can refer to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the prosecutors in New York, and also the FBI. So, see, he says this twice. He fed the SDNY tons of information. Let's play that clip right there. I fed the SDNY tons of shit.
Got him dead to rights and so much fraud. I've already fed the Southern District tons of shit. I've done more.
Yeah.
And I'm I'm not special. I don't think I'm special, but he's a fucking scumbag. That's why I fed the Southern District tons of shit. Try and get him in prison. But
that's why I fed the Southern District of New York tons of shit to try to get him in prison. Now, Matt Tiermond talks about a lot of individuals that he's been associated with. Tucker Carlson, the New York Young Republicans, Project Veritas, Steve Bannon. He talks about me. He talks about Charlie Kirk. He's managed to get into a position of influence at the height of all these organizations. So what we don't know is what type of consideration that he received from the Department of Justice. We do not know, did they pinch him? Do they have something on him? But he does give a little bit of a clue. He said that he received a special warning from the Department of Justice. We assume that was under the Biden administration, that he was on an enemies list. Let's play that clip.
The election, I had phone calls from DOJ sources telling me that I was on an enemies list that was going to get perp walked for accounting.
Is that like a threat, or they were warning you? Like,
No, they were warning. I had a friend who happened to be at the DOJ at a deputy level who called me and said on a Friday night at midnight and said, like, dude, you're on a list. You're going to get perp walked in October. And it didn't happen because what happened in between then?
So you're on an effing list. You're going to get perp walked in October when the Trump administration presumably comes into power, and he didn't like what happened because of what happened in between them. So he's talking about, this is if you're just tuning in, the former Project Veritas board member admitting to be an informant to the SDNY, perp walked. Looks as though he's about to get pinched. We're going to play all the clips here. We're going to put out our full report, but this is breaking news. The former Project Veritas board member getting involved in different conservative-leaning organizations. And this probably might explain why I'm in court so much. Now, I want you to pull up the affidavit, the affidavit in the FBI raid. This has gone viral again. The FBI, and tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a show dedicated to the Epstein files and dedicated to the Epstein situation. And dedicated to this idea that there are these individuals that get involved, that infiltrate, that take selfies with everybody, right? That take selfies with everybody, and then they try to get compromising material on you so they can blackmail you and bribe you. Well, I can't be bribed and I can't be blackmailed. I said, go ahead, man, air it all. That's how you have to play it. But let's put the affidavit on the screen. The affidavit of the FBI raid. Every single page is blacked out. We don't know what's behind those black lines. Probable cause justifying the search of James O'Keefe and the subject premises. This is all blacked out, every single line of it. And now we have the FBI raid itself that went viral again, where they were raiding our homes. So he talks about weaponizing money, playing all sides, and going to the SDNY. Let's go to the next clip. He's got 1,000 sources in the different intelligence communities and the CIA and the FBI that he talks to all the time. This is a former board member of mine. And he plays all sides. I find this clip particularly interesting because he doesn't have any, it appears as though he doesn't have any loyalty. He's just playing everybody. And he's bragging about going to the New York Times. He goes to the New York Times. So let's go ahead and play those clips.
I have 1,000 sources in the DOJ and CIA I talk to all the time, and military intel, and every agency. I mean, this is what I do all day. I spent my day-to-day trying to play stories about corruption. I won't tell you exactly about who and what side, but I spoke to the New York Times, and I spoke to National Review. I'm on all sides.
There it is. I'm on all. What does that mean, I'm on all sides? What does that mean? What does that mean, I'm on all sides? Do you have any principles? Do you have any values? What is it that you believe in? By the way, we're in litigation with the New York Times. I was winning a defamation lawsuit against the New York Times, then I was removed. 3 years ago this week, 3 years ago this week, February 6, 2023, I was indefinitely suspended from Project Veritas, and one of the board members was a man named Matthew Tierman. The 6-hour-long board meeting defied all explanation. There was the picture of me nailed to a cross, the allegation I stole a pregnant woman's sandwich, the board's contention that taking black cars instead of UberX was a fraudulent expenditure. That doesn't make any sense. Donors pleaded with me to have private security, personal security. The board believed that spending money on private security was misappropriation. And board member Matthew Tierman said he wanted to carve my heart out and eat it. One of our lawyers said that he wanted to punch me in the face. That lawyer was making over $1 million on various cases. And we had reason to believe that one of the board members was an informant. Now we know the rest of the story. Let's talk about weaponizing money. What is your price? Is it $10 million? Is it $20 million? Is it 100 million? Well, the former board member describes what his price is, and he actually says $100 million. Let's listen to that clip. $100 million, weaponizing money. We want to weaponize money. That's how we're going to make a difference.
I'm in a stage of life where I'm going to weaponize money.
How are you going to do that?
Making a shit ton of money. So, and then weaponize it. You know? And I know how to weaponize it because I've been in this whole year. I know the donors, I know the foundations, I know how to do it. Right now, I think my highest best use of time and power is making $100 million to weaponize money better than anyone. So
How are you going to do that? Teach me this financial secret. What's the old-fashioned way?
That's interesting.
Really? What do you do?
investment banking.
Oh.
Okay, so he works in investment banking, and as I'm talking, I want the team to pull up the various financial brokerage licenses through FINRA, which is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. He describes what he does. He wants to weaponize the money against the entire system in the same way he characterizes it. Paul Singer. Let's go to the brokerage license. Throw it up on screen. Now we know the rest. I'm looking at one of the whistleblowers who's in the room. Hello there, Trevor. You worked with us on Disney and ESPN. You're in the office today. Now we know the rest of the story, to quote Paul Harvey, right? This is enlightening, isn't it? FINRA. This is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. So Tierman describes he wants to, quote, steal the money. He's being flippant. As an investment banker, he works through the firm Bradley Woods & Company, that's in New York City, to solicit investments for and work on behalf of these various therapeutics companies. Let's go to his brokerage licenses, please. I believe it's on page 5. And we'll see all the different licenses that he has to do this type of work. Let's just go ahead and scroll through that PDF. All right, let's go to the licenses if we could. These are the companies that he represents: Cathade, Bradley Woods, Claim Found. These are all certain companies he was in soliciting investments from while he was on the board of Project Veritas. And do we have his licenses? Can we throw the? We do not have that. Okay, that'll be in the piece we put out later. He claims he wants to weaponize money against the entire system. He also describes how he wants to take down other conservatives, like Donald Trump Jr. Let's talk about that clip. Everyone's corrupt. Everybody is corrupt, except him. The whole world's a fraud, except him. Let's play the Donald Trump Jr. cryptocurrency, where he's talking about...
That Jr. is a little annoying.
Yeah, but
He's been stealing money by the billions. One of my missions for the next 2 years is to make sure he ends up in prison.
why?
Because he's stolen $1 billion from the American people. It's an absolute grifter. He's trading SPAC announcements. He's doing crypto schemes to get foreign governments to pay his crypto platform to bribe the president.
So there he is talking about going after Donald Trump Jr. He also talks about going after Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon's in a lot of hot water right now over the Epstein stuff. Steve Bannon actually interviewed Epstein. I've been watching that. We'll have more on that tomorrow. He talks about going after me. He talks about going after Tucker. He talks about going after Charlie. So who exactly is this individual who somehow gets networked into the top of various organizations in order to take them down? And what consideration is he getting? Now, do we have the... this is a live show, so this is breaking news. Do we have the Petrogen clip, Andrew? And let's play the George Skakel, the deposition of the other board member, who describes that he could sell this company that they're both investing in to a big pharma like Pfizer. Do we have that clip? Let's play that clip.
3 of the 4 companies you've invested in, you would consider to be in the medical field.
Petrogen could be sold to a big pharma.
Like Pfizer.
So what's interesting is that company, Petrogen, is one of the companies that Tierman is a registered agent for, soliciting investments to. And actually, in the text message that Tierman sent to the undercover journalist, who is not one of our employees, she reached out to us He says, I'm not allowed to talk about that. I'm not allowed to talk about Petrogen. I could lose my brokerage license for telling you about this. And in the undercover meeting, Tiermond recently talks about how there's an FDA issue soon. So Project Veritas was investigating Pfizer 3 years ago. Remember that? 3 years ago this week. And one of the board members says we could sell it to Big Pharma. And one of the other board members says he's representing this company that could be sold to Pharma. That's a direct quote. Do we have that quote? There's just 4 months of video that we're pouring through. Let's play the video. This is him. This is Tiermond saying this could be sold to Pharma. I bet it's a text message he sent. Let's play the NDA clip talking about his non-disclosure agreement with Pharma.
But I will dose you. I'm like a doctor. I trade healthcare stocks. So.
Sweet of you. Yeah.
I'm a sweet guy.
It's not that serious that you tell me which company it is.
Not a text message. Yeah, I signed an NDA.
Oh, okay.
I can't fucking text it to you. Like, I've got a company that I literally have an investment banking mandate where I'm under NDA on everything they do because they're in stealth mode. So, yeah.
This is
If I
interesting.
told you about it, you wouldn't have heard of it anyway. It's called Petrogen.
There it is.
But I can't text it because one day
I can't text it to you, but I'm going to say it to you in person. By the way, you have to stand in awe, always, every single week, of the irony of these people, right? They hoisted by his own petard. I mean, I guess he considers me his mortal enemy. And for the last 4 months of his life, he's been spilling all of his investment banking secrets to the girl. I can't send this to you via text message. That would be illegal. So I'm going to blab it about it to you in Miami Beach, where this is recorded. Oops. Let's play the rest. So I just want to pause that. I can't text it because one day in court, I'm under NDA. They're in stealth mode. So we're going to reach out to all these companies. Petrogen. We're going to reach out to Bradley Woods in New York City. We're going to reach out to the Securities and Exchange Commission because you said you could lose your licenses talking about your sale to Big Pharma, Mr. Tiermond. Pride cometh before the fall, by the way. I told you this is a story about original sin, or sin. Pride, envy, fear, even though fear is not technically one of the 7 deadly sins. Let's play the rest of this clip.
they're in stealth mode. So, yeah. If I told you about it, you wouldn't have heard of it anyway. It's called Petrogen. But I can't text it because one day in court,
I get it.
that will end up I'll lose my license. I'll have criminal and civil torts. So it's just common sense.
It's just common sense. Don't put anything in writing, but I'm going to tell this stranger all about my investment banking deals. Okay, let's go now. So then things take a pretty dark turn. And you know about the death threat in Minnesota that we received a couple weeks ago. Then this guy says he wants to murder me. That's right. Former Project Veritas board member. We got this book. We obtained a copy of this book. There's a bullet through the front. The bullet's right through my heart. There's the exit wound. Apparently he shot this up on a rifle range in Michigan alone. So when we come back from this brief break with our sponsors, we're going to show you this individual who admits he's an SDNY informant threatening to murder me, threatening to kill me, and talking and worshiping this book on the altar in his apartment. Be right back.
We'll be right back with On the Inside with James O'Keefe.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, ride your bike.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
If you're happy and you know it, smile big and bright.
Thousands of kids just like me are happy every day.
And it's all because of generous people like you who support Shriners Hospitals for Children every month.
All you have to do is call the number on your screen or go online to loveshriners.org right now with your monthly gift.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children is able to make an everyday miracle happen for kids like me.
If you're happy and you know it, dance around. If you're happy and you know it, play a song.
If you're happy and you know it,
And when you call or go online right now to donate $19 a month or more, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of all the smiles you're bringing to kids' faces every day.
Will today be the day you send your love to the rescue?
When you call the number on your screen right now and give as little as $19 a month, just 63 cents a day, you'll be making a life-changing difference for a child, just like Sarah.
Your monthly gift today could change your life forever.
Because of you.
We are happy and we know it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please call or go online right now to give. If operators are busy, please wait patiently or go to loveshriners.org right away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul. For 50 years, I've watched Washington betray the American people with dishonest money. Nixon's closure of the gold window made endless debt and war inevitable. Today, our middle class, our currency, and our economy are dying in real time. In my new book, Dispatches to Future Generations, I reveal how we got here, plus the solution, gold. And that's why I'm partnering with Birch Gold Group to give you a free copy of my book along with their free info kit on gold. Click below to get both right now. Inside the info kit, you'll learn how to move your IRA or 401k into physical gold. So click below to claim your free copy of my Dispatches to Future Generations and Birch Gold's info kit today.
Welcome back to On the Inside with your host, James O'Keefe.
All right, welcome back to The Price is My Life. We're reporting on this individual who has gotten to the top of various conservative organizations. It's really striking how they, for lack of a better word, infiltrate, get invited to be on the Steve Bannon show, the Tucker Carlson show, close to Charlie Kirk as an advisor, on my board of directors at Project Veritas, on the board of the New York Young Republicans, on the board of the Conservative Philadelphia Society, a fellow at the Club for Growth, a fellow at the Claremont Institute, and this guy is admitting that he's an informant to the SDNY FBI to take them all down. Why? Because everyone else is corrupt except him. I've never heard that said before, by the way. But perhaps one of the most shocking things in our report is the statement that he wants to kill me, murder me. And we're going to play those clips for you now, live, on the air. Live.
And I shared the depo with like...
So I shared the O'Keefe deposition with all the people. This is a raw interaction filmed in Miami Beach, hoisted by his own petard. Matthew Tierman, former Project Veritas board member, play the tape.
All the people that knew, people who I worked with at PB or worked for me at PB, we have an alumni group chat of all of us who've been through this.
But don't you feel bad because he was your friend?
I would kill him because he is one of the most evil people I've ever known. He is a true narcissistic sociopath.
He would kill me. He would kill me. But it says it a few times. He wants to murder me. He wants to kill me. When Charlie died, he wishes it was me. Let's go to the next clip.
I got multiple people who know me well and know my relationship with Charlie, and James messaged me after Charlie was shot and said, be honest, when he was shot, did you not for a second wish that it was James? And I honestly responded to every one of those people. The second I saw him get shot, I wished, that was my immediate first reaction, was why couldn't it have been O'Keefe?
Okay, so that's probably the most sick thing I've ever heard. People in the room actually, their mouths dropped. He's literally calling me a sociopath, but he's the one saying can we play that again? I just want to understand exactly what he said. When Charlie Kirk was murdered, this guy, who's an SDNY informant, according to him, wanted it to be me. Play that again. Pot calling the kettle black, exactly right, in the comments. Someone says, how did Project Veritas end up with these? How did Project Veritas end up with this guy on the board? Let me ask you guys a question. How did this guy get on Tucker Carlson show 10 times? How is he on War Room all the time? How is he on the board of the Philadelphia Society? How is he a Manhattan Institute fellow? How is he a Club for Growth fellow? How? And I say all this in the context of the Epstein stuff tomorrow, which is a different topic, but a similar kind of methodology utilized by certain people. Play the clip again, that he wants me to be murdered, that he wishes.
I got multiple people who know me well and know my relations with Charlie, and James messaged me after Charlie was shot and said, be honest, when he was shot, did you not for a second wish that it was James? And I honestly responded to every one of those people. The second I saw him get shot, I wished, that was my immediate first reaction, was why couldn't it have been O'Keefe?
Okay, well, I wished that it could have been O'Keefe. Now, you're looking at a restraining order, a criminal restraining order, that we filed in Palm Beach County. We'll get to this in a little bit. I'm just getting started. If you're just tuning in, this is a live show. It is, in fact, live. Some of these are pre-recorded and aired live, but I am sitting with you here today on Tuesday at 1:52 p.m. Eastern Time, talking about how this man wants to kill me. That's right. The former board member wants to murder me. Oh, we have the restraining order. There it is. Go to the restraining order. This is the filing. It was filed 11:55 a.m. If we have the tape, can we please go to page number 3 of the criminal restraining order, petition injunction against stalking? Can we go to page 3, please? Petitioner is a victim of stalking because respondent has engaged in stalking, threatening, cyber stalking, physical abuse, threatened to harm petitioner or individuals closely. That's right, we filed a restraining order against this individual, the former board member who says he wants to kill me. All right, let's go back to the tape. We'll get to the restraining order later. It's illegal documents. Why are they always trying to kill me? I guess, Trevor, the issue is if they can't bribe you and if they can't blackmail you. But I think blackmail is the wrong word. I think it's threaten you. I think people feel threatened. I think they're afraid. They're afraid of the harm that they're afraid of people that can't be controlled, so they have to threaten you. And if they don't have any compromat on you or compromising material on you, then they have to resort to threatening violence. Every week we get these death threats, but I have never seen anything quite like this. Let's go back to the tape. More statements about how he wants to murder me. What else do we have from this board member, Matthew Tiermond, about? All right, let's go to my interaction with him. Now, February 6, 2023, 3 years this week, I was indefinitely suspended from Project Veritas. Now, Tiermond thought we were going to release part 2 of our documentary, but we had other plans. The undercover journalist met with him on Friday night on February 6th and stood up to go to the bathroom, and I sat down. Let's take you to Miami Beach, Friday night. This is just this fast Friday night at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And let's start playing some of this footage. First, we got a copy of the book. And he tries to pull it out of my hand in this crazy tug of war. Let's go to that footage. Let's play it. This is one of the most unbelievable interactions you've ever seen. No, can we go to the prayer? This is Miami Beach. There's loud Cuban music. We don't have the prayer. Well, we'll have the prayer in the full piece when we put out after the show. So we're going in. We're going to play this raw for you, and I'll provide my color commentary. Go, hit it. Oh, there is this seat taken? There we are. So for the last few months, the person you've been talking to actually works for me.
What's that?
Every text message you sent, that person actually works for me.
Okay.
So we're doing a story about how you said you wanted to kill me.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you. I said, metaphorically, I would carve out your heart and eat it, referencing, as in the Depot tape, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Sure about that? You sure about that?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to murder me. You wanted to kill me.
Yeah. Well, I think you're evil as f***, so I think that...
Did you say you wanted to kill me? A moment ago you said you didn't say that. Did you say it?
I don't recall. I would kill him.
Quote, I would kill James O'Keefe.
It's metaphoric. I wouldn't physically kill you. If I was physically going to kill you, I'd kill you.
Pause. Did you physically put a bullet? Pause. But what did he just say? If I physically wanted to kill you, I would kill you. If you're just tuning in, this is the confidential informant. I recognize the words confidential informant is a term of art. See, I'm pretty much a lawyer at this point, so I speak like a lawyer sometimes. Informant to the Southern District of New York, getting to the top of various conservative organizations in order to take them down, because it's all about power, pernicious power. I want $100 million. I play both sides. I play all sides. I feed information to the New York Times because everyone else is corrupt except me. Now, I understand you guys are asking me, how the hell did this guy get on your board? I'm going to ask you a question back. How did he get close to Tucker? How did he get close to Bannon? How did he get involved in Heritage Foundation? How did he get involved in Club for Growth? How did he get involved in the Claremont Institute? Why? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Let's keep going with the, let's keep getting going. He's a rat. Now he calls me, and I apologize for the foul language. I'm quoting him now. He says I'm the most, quote, the most evil mother effer. And I said, but I'm not a rat. But I'm not a rat. I don't betray my principles. But this book, in clip 1, I'm holding the book. This was obtained. We got a copy. We were given this book. It's got a rifle bullet through it. That's a threat. He shot up my book. I wrote this book when I was 27, and I brought the book with me. And he tried to grab the book out of my hand. So let's go ahead and play that clip, please. Through my heart in a book.
I had to do some target practice ahead of deer season, and that was what was around for target.
You didn't seem like a very good shot.
No, I'm a pretty good shot.
All right, looks like you missed the first time around. Your bullet went up there. What was it, 7 feet, 7 yards, 15 yards?
Well, so that's theft. Yeah. That's my property.
Yeah, there's a bullet right through my heart. That's a threat.
No, it's not.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, it's not. Okay.
Well, you shot me in the heart. You say you want to kill me. I've got some more tape. You said when Charlie Kirk died, you wished. Nope. We're going to file a restraining order against you. We're going to file a restraining order against you, a criminal restraining order. I look forward to discovery. That'll be exciting. Let's go back. This is like John Madden color commentary. And the quarterback takes the book and he passes it on to the receiver. Go back to the book, please. And in this moment, I'm thinking, should I let him have my book that he shot with the rifle bullet, or should I hold on to it? Watch this. Play it. More tape. You said when Charlie Kirk died, you wished. No. We're gonna file a restraining order against you. We're gonna file a restraining order against you, a criminal restraining order. I look forward to discovery. Then he says he wants to sue me, and the thing about that is I can't wait for that, because you know what you get in lawsuits? You get discovery. You get discovery. Don't you want to know who's behind this? Don't we want to know who or what is behind this man? Don't you? I'm sure that's what everyone in the comments is asking, right? We need to know. I think that's the question of the day, and I think that's the question of our time. You guys, is it some loosely affiliated evil perniciousness, or is there some central force behind these types of people? But we're just getting started here on The Price is My Life. Aptly named, by the way. My price is not $100 million. Let's keep going with the interaction with this individual. If you're just tuning in, this is a live show. I'm confronting the former board member who says he's an FBI SDNY informant, and I'm sitting down with him. He appears to be a little bit inebriated. That looks like some type of martini in Miami Beach. There's loud Cuban music playing in the background. Keep going. Go ahead.
You are the most evil mother I've ever met.
But I'm not a rat. And you went to the FBI. You also said that you were a confidential informant to the Southern District of New York. That's one of the other things you said.
That's why I fed the Southern District tons of to try and get them in prison. But
you said you were a confidential informant to the SDNY. Could you tell us about that?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% fine. Oh yeah.
Could you tell us more about how you said you were a confidential informant to the SDNY?
About you?
Oh, pause. So this is interesting. And I hate to make you guys go back and forth in your timeline here, but notice in that moment, Tierman there was a hesitation. This was a pain point for him. This was a pain point. About you? It's like he's like trying to claim that I'm taking him out of context. It's okay. Tell us what the context is. Tell us who you ratted on. Now remember, he can't remember what he said to the girl because the girl was recording him over the course of 4 months. So he doesn't remember which truth he dropped because the guy's, talking to the SDNY about a lot of different people, not just me. He talks about Bannon. He mentions Tucker. He mentions all these different people that he's ratting on. He mentions Lutnick in the Trump administration. He mentions all these different people that he's ratting on. And in this moment in time, he's like, well, show me the tape. So I'm like, no, you tell me who you ratted on. It's a fascinating interaction here with this guy who's projecting everything he's guilty of onto me. And I apologize for stopping this footage, which will air in its entirety after the show, but I'm just giving you my live color commentary. This is perhaps the most evil individual other than the people in Minnesota, but that's a different story. The Minnesota people, it's more like a mob. But I don't see anything behind this individual's eyes except a desire for power and money. It's almost like the movie Will There Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. That's what it reminded me of. The film Will There Be Blood. Just total vengeance and power and ambition and nothing else. Play the tape. You mentioned a number of folks. You mentioned Tucker Carlson. You tell me who you mentioned because we have it all on tape. And you're a rat. You're an FBI informant.
Okay, so
all right,
you're gonna have to be more.
Pause. So that's really telling. I know that little. I'm sorry to do this to you, but just go back again. This is a pain point for him. This is a pain point. I'm sitting across the table from a rat, and he's really usually fast. He's witty. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say. You got him. Play it again. We have it all on tape. And you're a rat. You're an FBI informant.
Okay, so you're going to have to be more specific. I've never talked.
We have everything on tape.
Why about you? So.
You said that you talked to the SDNY. Can you tell us more about that?
No, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, who did you pause? Okay, that's the other one. He says, it's none of your business, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, let me quote you. Can we please play the clip again? Not this interaction, but the hidden camera footage of the thing he said to the girl. I fed the SDNY a lot of shit. Just play those clips again, please. Because we have people just tuning in. They need the context.
I've got him dead to rights on so much fraud. I've already fed the Southern District tons of shit. I've done more. Yeah. And I'm not special. I don't think I'm special, but he's a scumbag. That's why I fed the Southern District to try and get him in prison.
Okay, pause. Pause. Let's put that screenshot on the screen, please. I fed the Southern District of New York tons of shit to try to get him. By the way, this is our problem. Just leave that on the screen while I'm talking, please, so people can see that as they listen to me speak. This is the problem with the conservative movement. I don't even know what that means anymore. I don't consider myself part of said movement. We expose the truth about the absurdity and the irony of the human condition. We report reality. I don't know if reality is liberal or conservative. It just is. But the problem is this self-preservation stuff, this ambition that gets in the way of people doing the right thing. And this happens a lot. So when he says that's why I fed the Southern District of New York, which is a metonym for the U.S. attorneys, prosecutors, and FBI under the Biden administration, also known as the Sovereign District of New York, when I get him tons of shit to try to get him in prison, we want to know who he's talking about. This is a fight of good versus evil. Who is his contact at the SDNY that is targeting people? So let's go back to the interaction. Let's go back to me sitting across the table with him in Miami Beach.
You are the most evil mother
But I'm not a rat. And you went to the FBI. You also said that you were a confidential informant to the Southern District of New York. That's one of the other things you said.
That's why I fed the Southern District tons of to try and get them in prison. But
you said you were a confidential informant to the SDNY. Could you tell us about that?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% fine.
oh yeah,
Could you tell us more about how you said you were a confidential informant to the SDNY?
About you?
You mentioned a number of folks. You mentioned Tucker Carlson. You tell me who you mentioned, because we have it all on tape. And you're a rat. You're an FBI informant.
Okay. So
Pause. This is one of the most satisfying interactions of my life. Because if you listen, it may take me 3 years, but I always get the story. Isn't that my staff is laughing? You're laughing because you know it's true. If you guys want the story right now, it'd take me 3 years, but I always get the story. Keep going. I'm sorry to keep interrupting this.
You're gonna have to be more specific. I've never talked.
We have everything on tape.
Why about you? So
you said that you talked to the SDNY. Can you tell us more about that?
no, I have no idea.
Please be more specific about my rattiness. Can you give me some context? Sorry, keep going.
What are you talking about?
Who did you feed SDNY information? You went to the FBI, Matt. You're a rat. You ratted on someone to SDNY. I want to know who it is. Answer the question. You know who you ratted on. Tell us who it is. So it says I would kill. Would you kill me?
It's a part of speech. Do I think you are an evil scumbag? Yes.
Do I think you're an evil scumbag? It's just a figure of speech. Let's keep going to the next part of this interaction in Miami Beach. What's next? What do we have next? He tries to take a book again. This is the book that he shut up with a rifle bullet. Let's go to that. Let's go to that interaction. This is pretty nuts, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, well, that's my property.
This doesn't look good for you, bro. You're shooting someone in the heart. You want to carve my heart out and eat it?
That is a.
Are you in love with me?
I'm not the guy who's hooking up with dudes.
Because that's total projection. So is that project? But one of the interesting things, they got to get their story straight. Because on one hand, they say that I bang all these whores, and this, you'll see that in a minute. You bang whores. You're a womanizer. But on the other hand, they say that I like hooking up with dudes. I mean, am I gay? Am I a womanizer? Like, can we? Which one is it? It can't be both. They're mutually exclusive. I'm sorry to keep interrupting the story. I know you comments are very upset at me. I keep interrupting, but they always project. This is live show, so that's why I'm interrupting. You'll have a full produced piece, and there won't be any interruptions. They always accuse you what you're guilty of, the gay thing. Why do they always bring up the gay thing? Why are they always gay? What's with the gay thing? Keep going. Action? Is that my property? No, that's my book.
No, it's not.
If you touch me, we have security, and they're gonna.
That's
Matt,
my property.
Matt,
I will see you in court for that.
Okay.
So, you're grotesque.
Wait, do we have the part where he fails to pay the bill? Okay, we're gonna do that later. But so we start walking with him. Do you have this raw? Because what happens is when I leave the table, Matt says, "Do you want to walk with me?" I said, "Yeah, I'll walk with you." All right, let's do the rest of this book interaction. Go ahead.
Love how
is this grotesque? Is a bullet through my heart and the book grotesque?
I need a target.
Who did you go to target practice with to shoot the book?
This was on a ranch in Michigan.
Were you alone?
I was.
So you shot my book alone in a ranch in Michigan? A bullet through my heart?
What's the difference between me being alone and me being with other people when I'm doing target?
Some would say that it's pretty weird that you're alone shooting my book through a heart with a bullet. Was it a 9mm bullet?
No, it wasn't a 9mm bullet.
Was it a rifle bullet?
It was a rifle bullet because I was deer practice.
So you were alone in Michigan shooting my book? There's the exit wound. With a rifle bullet? Is that what you're doing?
Where is my Uber?
Pause. It's pretty weird that he's alone in a shooting range. I don't know if we can get a close-up of this book on the camera. I don't know if you guys can zoom in on that a little bit, but you got the book there with the bullet holes in it. The guy's alone shooting up the book. Okay, what's next? Let's talk more about the ratting to the SDNY because we pressed hard on this. So this is in Miami Beach at 9:30 p.m. on Friday. It is absolutely disgusting how there's a different tiered system of justice. It is disgusting. By the way, lying to the FBI is a federal crime. And there's no accountability in this country. And we'll talk all about that tomorrow. I actually think the form of accountability that all of you seek is exposure. I know you don't like hearing that. You actually get angry at me, some of you, because you're like, why aren't people in jail? And you know what we need more in this country, Trevor? Another podcast. That'll change things. It's funny to hear all you get angry at the investigative reporters who are actually exposing the deep corruption, but you don't get angry at the talkers. I find that interesting. There are 2 million podcasts in the United States. This is a generic estimation of how many podcasts there are. And there's thousands and thousands of political podcasts. But you know what we need? We need people in the street. We need Christians to go into the autonomous zones, not armed, with nothing but a crucifix, saying the Our Father. We need citizen journalists like Cam Higbee, Savannah Hernandez, Anthony Rubin, Muckraker.com, Nick Shirley, Jorge Ventura, Tyler Olivier. We need people out in the street exposing, because that is unfortunately the only recourse left. I saw a comment this morning. I saw some news this morning. There are 93 total positions for U.S. attorneys across the country. 62 are vacant. There are 93 positions for United States attorneys in the United States, and 62 of those people are vacant. Those are federal prosecutors, no Senate confirmation, no acting attorneys to do the job. This is after 1 year of the Trump administration. If you cannot fill 60% of the U.S. attorney positions, the system is cooked. The system's broken. Why? Because if you go after the bad guys will go after you. So you have to find people with the balls to go after the bad guys and be willing to be punished for doing so. The problem is you don't have people with the will to be punished for doing the right thing. There's no money in holding people accountable. You think there's money? This is all charity. What I do is charity work. Otherwise, I got to do a 3-hour show every day, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to hit the pavement. Now, speaking of hitting the pavement, let's continue with our interaction with Tierman, the former board member who admits to being an SDNY informant, ratting to the SDNY. Play the next clip, please.
The FBI
I'm going to hold this up. I've already fed the Southern District of New York tons of shit. Who did you feed the Southern District of New York tons of shit, Matthew?
When people called me and asked me questions about you, I answered them truthfully and honestly.
Did you feed tons of shit? What shit did you feed the Southern District? Be specific, please.
The truth about your spending and your abuse of the people.
Oh, there it is. So okay. Now he starts to admit what he fed information to SDNY about spending. I don't know what that means. Keep playing. We have Matt Tierman is on tape admitting to be an FBI informant. He's the first time, breaking news, Matthew Tierman has just admitted that he's an You're a Fed. What is the Philadelphia Society going to say when they see this? Aren't you on the board of the Philadelphia Society, Matthew?
I'm on the board of many organizations. Not Project Veritas, because you blew that up.
There was no Project Veritas after he set fire to it.
So you're saying that I set fire to it, but you indefinitely suspended me without pay 3 years ago.
I didn't indefinitely suspend you.
You voted on that.
I did vote on it because
that's interesting. So a lot of you ask, how could that happen? There's why did that happen? And there's how could that happen? Nonprofits are governed by a board of directors. 501c3s, you have to have a board. And there were 3 board members, and it was a 2-to-1 vote on February 6th to continue with this madness. So technically he could do it because a board I don't own the company. It's a board of directors. In that little interaction, he contradicts himself. He says, he says that I didn't vote on it, or I didn't do it, and then I voted on it. I didn't fire you, but I fired you. I didn't fire you, but I voted to fire you. It's an interesting contradiction right out of, again, George Orwell's 1984. When you confront the evil becomes irrational. Keep playing.
When you were stealing so much money to use for your own utilization.
Yeah. You said that I banged private whores on private planes.
The dude spent $2.5 million on private planes to bang chicks who fed into his DMs.
That's a lot. This is a little bit of projection. I guess you could call this a form of projection. $2.5 million on private jets. I might have taken one a year, maybe, a private helicopter a year, a private jet a year, if I had 3 meetings in a day, assuming a private jet costs $25,000, you would have had to take 40 private jets. Guys, I mean, this is unbelievable. And by the way, lying to the FBI is a federal crime. So we'll see what happens. Keep going. Can you name a specific plane that I banged a whore on?
No, I did not say that. And if these things are character...
We have it on tape. So I'm quoting you. Yeah.
Dude, your career is floundering, bro. You're doing nothing. Like, this is the vendetta.
Tell the camera my career is... Do you have the post, the tweet, where he says that the banging whores tweet? Again, he just said I'm gay a minute ago, and now he's saying I bang whores. You can't make this stuff up. Quote, you are banging trashy whores all over the country on donor dollars. Okay. Let's go back to the tape. This is a sick person. This person is sick. But talking to the FBI. Let's go back. Let's go back to the video, please.
The FBI
I'm going to hold this. Yeah. You said that I banged private whores on private planes.
The dude spent $2.5 million on private planes to bang chicks instead of to his DMs.
That's a lie. Can you name a specific plane that I banged a whore on?
No, I did not say that. And if these things are character...
We have it on tape. So I'm quoting you. Yeah.
Dude, your career is floundering, bro. You're doing nothing. Like, this is the vendetta.
Tell the camera my career is floundering.
You misappropriated millions of dollars in a 501c3. You abuse your employees.
That's defamation.
Slept with women for jobs. No.
That's total defamation.
I
slept with, what does that even mean? I slept with women for jobs? What does that even mean? I don't understand. The allegation, the accusations. This is a great camera angle, by the way. I love this angle. Keep going. So when you make that statement, you're going to have to back it up with evidence, Matt.
We will do that.
Because what the American people are seeing is a guy who says he wants to murder me. You're shooting up my heart on my book. You say you're a confidential informant to the Southern District of New York, and you won't.
Never said that.
Okay, let me quote you. Quote, that's why I fed the Southern District of New York tons of shit to try to get him in prison. And you still...
Every law enforcement agency who would ask me a question, as much information as they wanted.
All right, and I think it wraps up in the end there when we're going back into the car. One more good clip here before we do that.
I got to go get my Uber, but do you want to walk with me?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Well, you had phone calls from the DOJ. You got to pay your tab, buddy.
No,
We're here with Matthew Tierman, who has admitted that he went to the SDNY. He's kind of being very evasive about it. But he did say that he did give information to SDNY. He said he was feeding them tons of shit. Do you know it's a crime? Well, we'll wait till he pays the bill. He was going to walk away without paying his bill. You know it's a crime to lie to the FBI?
I love how you spin everything.
So did I spin everything while I was at Project Veritas? Did I spin everything at Project Veritas? I worked there for 10, 13 years. Was it all a lie?
You spun a lot of shit.
What videos were fake at Project Veritas?
What you used to do was everybody else would do the work, and then you would helicopter in between show tunes LARPing festivals.
That you attended a musical in Oklahoma, didn't you? You attended that.
Actually, that was the one talented thing that you did. You were actually quite
I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
Why do you do it, Matthew? Why be a confidential FBI informant? Why? What's the purpose of you doing this?
Truth, justice, and the American way. Calling out evil, narcissistic, sociopathic motherfuckers.
Is it all about money? Is it all about money to you?
Dude, this is like...
$100 million is what you said. You wanted $100 million.
Right now, I think my highest best use of time and power is making $100 million to weaponize money better than anyone.
Is that your price?
My price is my life, right? No, your price is dirty horse.
Well, I guess your price is $100 million. Matthew Tierman, there he is, threatening court. He did admit, Matthew. Let's see who he's texting. He's going to text. Who's he texting right there? Who's he texting? Hi. Hi. Yeah, we're filming you too. Yeah. FBI informant. SDNY informant Matthew Tierman. Okay, and then he drives away. I think let's go to the restraining order here. We have a restraining order against this individual. We can put it up on the screen. Filed today a petition for injunction for protection against stalking in the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit in Palm Beach County, Florida. Filed today. at noon, and brings up the fact that they shot the book up with a bullet, and saying the comments about killing me. And without further ado, we are going to play the full tape now of our piece. First, we're going to go commercial break, and then we're going to play all the information of the attempts to murder me. And if you want more information about Big Pharma, if you had questions about the pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer, Petrogen, and some of his brokerage licenses, we're going to take a look at that after this break. And we'll, without further ado, go into some of the pharmaceutical connections. 3 years to the day, my indefinite suspension from Project Veritas, and tying some of those loose ends up for you. This is going to be a very interesting investigation. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Philadelphia Society and the Securities and Exchange Commission say in response to our request for comment.
This was On the Inside with James O'Keefe. Thanks for watching.
It's fun for me to win on the course, but it's even more fun to win on Deal Dash.
Lori won $2,000 Tiffany earrings for just $1, and Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast auctions, so try today at DealDash.com for $50 of free credit and your first win guaranteed.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-854-0295.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff, tense, or less active than before? Introducing the EasyWell Remedy Massage System that combines the incredible effects of vibrational therapy, targeted deep tissue shiatsu massage, plus soothing infrared heat. A triple fusion of therapeutic experiences. Full body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation and reduces inflammation. Look at these beads moving from the powerful vibrational motors.
It's like 1,000 little fingers just vibrating my body from head to toe.
Infrared heat penetrates deep to reduce pain, soothe, and relax.
Remedy gets in there and helps deal with the source of the pain, so you feel much better.
The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 infrared heated nodes mimics a professional massage. Plus, it's detachable for deep relief anywhere you need it.
It's just something that you're gonna have to feel for yourself.
Experience the true remedy for your pain and stiffness. Call now.
Attention homeowners. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your home worth less than you owe? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need to call this number right now.
Call 800-714-8615.